Alright, so we're at a position where we can end this run. I'm not going to do that just yet. There's still more stuff to do. So the plan for this episode is I'm going to have dinner with a bunch of my officers, advance their quest lines a little bit. And then I'm going to make for the southeast, because I haven't been to the southeast island yet. Once I start heading out in that direction, I'm going to be talking a lot of lore. I'm going to do a big old lore dump. So if any of you watching want to experience the strangeness and the mystery of the Fallen London setting, from the way it's supposed to be enjoyed, which is from a state of near perpetual confusion, I recommend just skipping this episode once I set sail. Otherwise, get ready for some of the weirdo lore that explains how all this fucking stuff works. But in the meantime, London. Hire on more crew. Ooh, a new recruit. Who'd I get? Just a random sailor. Okay. Alright. Labyrinth of Tigers. Purchase live specimen. I don't need to do that. The Roser's Wharf. Don't need to do that. Little gift. I'm just ignoring you. There's really no reason. So, if you're just starting out, what he gives you is really good, but if you have any heirlooms, it's just not worth it. Alright, I'm going to read the morning papers. I'm going to spend time with my family. Here, child, have another outlandish artifact, 'cause I have a bunch. Lodgings, what else can I do? Visit your study, rest in your mansion. Ooh, I should probably rest in my mansion. Yeah, I lost 20 terror. The light is pretty. Alright, sell your mansion. The Incarnadine Robe of Mr. Sachs. No. An invitation to the Benthic College, where travelers have caught somebody's attention. Oh, right! The Jane Goodall. Yeah, let's pick up Jane Goodall. Fuck it, why not? Benthic College is pleased to invite you to an exclusive and educational evening with Lady Agatha Treadgold. Delightful adventures and racketeuse of thrilling tales of feast and spunk. Ew. I don't want tales. Well, okay, I was about to say I don't want tales of feast and spunk, but people who visit my FA page know otherwise. On the back is a scribbled note. Come speak to me afterwards, darling. Opportunity beckons. Sure, we'll attend the lecture. Trip to Benthic. Benthic is the most open-minded of London's colleges. You find yourself waiting for a lecture in a queue of students, devils, and bohemians, observed with some scorn by passers-by in Somerset colors. Oh, look, it's Jane Goodall. The delightful adventuress. Her feet have trodden lands most in the Neath have never heard of. Her eyes have seen every opportunity for fame and glory while there. An evening with the delightful adventuress. Whoever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat is empty. Oh. Whoever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat is empty as she takes the stage. The fine cuisine of the Shallonot, the darling clay men, all but a prelude, my dears. Her stories tend towards the fanciful and convincingly conveniently unprovable, but the delightful adventuress has the curious audience spellbound for hours. Many of her tales of monsters and lost cities have common theme. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Lenorda Freshes, the quite adorable darling archaeologist with whom she sparked a branching... Okay, hang on. I need to read this sentence ahead, because this sentence is going places. Okay. Okay. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Lenorda Francesca, the quite adorable darling archaeologist with whom she has sparked a branching rivalry back at finishing school. Bracing rivalry. Shit. I can't read. The rest are tales bitter as sour grapes of being cheated of triumph by the very same Francesca, who fanciful fictions are only fit for penny dreadfuls. Oh, okay. She has a rival, and whenever she beats the rival, it's an amazing story. If the rival wins, it's just some bullshit. Got it. By the end, her stories are... By the end, her stories are more bitter than boastful. She still receives a standing ovation. Okay. A business proposition. The delightful adventuress's masked clayman Barnabas escorts you to the principal... To the principal of Benthic's study. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm getting thrown off by titles. Okay, so she's at the principal's office sipping brandy. Ah, my dear Cappuccino. Firelight glitters in her eyes as she raises a glass. I hear you are recently returned from the empire of, monkeys? Hands. Yes, of course. It's a rare breed that can make such a voyage. Foolhardy too, perhaps. She sips her brandy. I wish to charter your no doubt fine vessel to that primitive little island chain. There, I shall find what I need to show up my infernal... I'll need to show up the infernal... okay, I need to actually read this lady's name, because I forgot how rare names are in this game. Leonora Fortescue. Got it. I wish to charter your no doubt fine vessel to the primitive little island chain. There, I shall find what I need to show up the infernal Leonora Francescu once and for all. And you, the delightful adventurous squints, sizing you up. Sufficient compensation will not be a difficulty. A most mutually beneficial arrangement, you will agree. Yeah, why not? Splendid! The delightful adventuress drains her glass dry. Then we shall see you upon the morrow for the voyage. Barnabas, pack my valise. Adventure awaits. Valise? I can never pronounce that word. Aha, another word I can't pronounce. So, confession time. I do a lot of reading. I very rarely read aloud. So, what I do is I read. I see a word. I recognize a word. I know what the word means. I can't fucking say it to save my life. Because I don't speak well. I can read just fine. Port reports. All of this bullshit. Oh, some of the undersea stuff. I'm going to use these over in Lower Barnet. Lower Barnet. Anathay, keeping strategic information. No. Okay. My hull's fine, so I don't need to worry about that. Old journals, officers' shops. Okay. Buy a bunch more supplies. Officers. Okay, I can't speak to you. I can position him. How many secrets do I have? I have 15 secrets. Nah. I already started his quest line. I'm not doing his quest line. Alright. Oh, I need wine. Okay. Well, I can buy wine. I have money. Alright, ask him to open up. Surgeon, speak to me. The art of poison. I let most of them slip away peacefully. A drop of laudanum stills on the tongue. For that sop to my conscience, I am most ashamed of all. The wine flows as the haunted doctor talks candidly of his past, of a status that allowed him to the bedsides of many of London's most infamous, and the black medicinal bag that he carries the tools of both his trades, the doctor and the anarchist poisoneer. I was a fool, he adds, a child, just a boy on a crusade, drinking the rhetoric of the Calendar Council, thinking myself more than a mere poisoner. What I did, I do not regret. Would, though, that I had seen their true hearts before giving myself so freely to the perdition. He wraps his leather eye patch. The sound is hollow, sticky. It is a disappointment. I was well deceived. Oh, it was a disappointment I well deserved. The lady taught me that much, at least. No, another time, perhaps. The hours grow late. I thank you for your company. Okay. So he was an anarchist. Interesting. Alright. Speak to... Better dine with you. Precise bite size. The cooked flesh arrives still in its shell. From the claws, 8 legs, body, and head, she renders a dozen neat, bite-sized piles of shredded flesh. sutured with mushrooms or pinned together with needles of Oh, I see what it's saying. She diced up the crab or the lobster or whatever we're eating and just made, like, surgically precise bite sizes. That's fucking weird. Perhaps she missed her calling as a chef. She denies it. My mother was a child of a surgeon in the first city. The first city? Okay. You might say that knife work runs in the family. There's a wicked, quirking smile at the corner of her mouth. Then there are the rumors about my father. She would deny that there's any truth in those. Okay. Oh, I met her father. Did I meet her father? I think I met her father. Okay. The first city is like Mesopotamian era, so like the fuck. The fuck. All right. Officers. Sigil. Captain, my sleep is riddled with dreams. Captain dreams of bells and candles. A destination. Faces the deck. I see a lonely house by the tallow. I see a lonely house lit by tallow and wick, and a bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it? He scratches at the sigil, which has begun to bleed. Do you know the place, Captain? Can I plot a course? A place of candles and bells, the chapel of lights, a northern church where no sin is too terrible. All right. Okay. Vale's engine efficiency. Vale's iron engine power. So, whenever you complete one of their quest lines, if it doesn't kill them, they get a big ol' upgrade. And Maybe's rival is a big ol' upgrade from Maybe's daughter. What was the other thing about this? Oh, right. If you find one of their quest lines really fucking obnoxious and you want to keep the stat bonuses, you can pass along one crew member per run. So if you say fully upgrade the Carnelian Exile, which is a really hard quest line. Oh, hang on, my microphone was bobbing for a second there. Sorry about that. If you finish her quest line and you want to keep her and you want to keep the cheat gun, you can just pass those along from run to run. The other thing you can pass along is your map. All right. I really won't speak to. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. So I'm just gonna give you this. Do you have use for this? No. No use to me. They're not royalty. Perhaps that's why he's in such... No, they're no use to me. Perhaps that's why he's in such a tearing hurry to leave the room. Perhaps you probably disturbed his composure. Okay, so he doesn't want it. All right. Okay, so... Shipyard. Alrighty. So I have the Corvette. If I want the frigate, I need to basically double my echoes. Oh, an echo is $1, by the way. I recently learned that an echo is 100 pennies. Okay, so... what is my current loadout? My forward gun is the Denunciation, which is a 15. Iron and Misery Company. Oh, I have the board. Ooh! I get one of the better engines. I get either of them. Let's see here. You're the deck weapon, 15, forward is 20. Damnation. The Compulsion. Engine power is 3,500. Engine 5 is 25. Ooh, I could get the compulsion, but then I'd have very little money left. I'm just gonna upgrade to the Manticore number 4. Get a slightly better engine. I think the rest I'm gonna leave be. Oh, she's cargo. All right. Buy some more fuel. Buy some more supplies. All right, and then map. So our destination is this blank spot down here, which is the last batch of islands. It should be the Shellanot, King Eater Castle, the City of Mirrors, and there's just literally nothing down in this very, very bottom corner. If my memory serves right. So I think what I'm gonna do... Yes, okay. So my plan is turn south, hit Mutton, the Canal, Demu, Uttershroom, Melting Isles. Oh, I need to hit Port Carnelian. Okay, so Mutton to Kumen, to Uttershroom, to Port Carnelian, to Melting Isles, to Adam's Way, and then up... Do I want to go to full... I think we're just going to do a full circuit, because I want to go to Venderbite, but I need the... I need the wine. I'm not doing that. Chapel of Lights... Alright, we'll play it by ear. Fuck it. Away we go. Okay. So... Yeah, I'm looking at the time. Oh well. Whatever, spoilers start now. So, in the Fallen London setting, the divine chain is real. For those not familiar with the term, the divine chain is the divine chain of being. It's a concept used in medieval Europe, is where the term comes from, but similar ideas exist all over the world. Particularly in India with the caste system and feudal Japan. It's the idea that there's a natural order to things, that the world can be organized from top to bottom in a hierarchy of importance. For, like, gods at the top, I don't know, bugs are at the very bottom, and then somewhere down the line is humans. And once you get to humans, you can zoom in and stratify that even further. And, oh. Oh. Sleek ships are docked at the harbor. Installations of heavy artillery line the shore. The banners of the Eagle Claw, yellow as honey, draped from each roof. Mutton Island has fallen. Hollow. I've never seen this happen before. The Khanate has taken Mutton Island. The harbor is reinforced with wire and manned with Khanate soldiers. I won't gather a port report. Lower the lifeboat and row to one of the less slippery, less sheer cliffs. Pray you don't get caught. You scale the cliff, crouch in the mud. Through a spyglass, you observe the soldiers' movement. A contingent approaches the charred remains of the Cock and Magpie, escorting ragged islanders. A woman in feathered epaulettes sits at a table within, smiling at Z-charts and scowling at decrees stamped by the leopard claw. Once inside, the islanders fall to their knees before her, their proud faces stained as they address her. Oh, their proud faces strain as they address her. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Safer ground. Your lifeboat pulls up to the coast, unnoticed by sentries. Came while we were asleep, they did, an islander whispers. Some of us imagined to make it to the docks, or else to the coast. A couple of the lads held out in the Cock and Magpie long as they could. He ran a grimy hand through his hair and boards. Okay. Well, that's interesting. They taking up space in my hold? They are taking up space in my hold. That is moderately inconvenient. Well, okay, so now spoilers start, because I was not expecting that at all. I've never had Mutton Island fall to the Comet, and oh good, my keyboard decided it wanted to freeze up long enough for that crab to touch my butt. So, fuck you, Crabbo. Wow, this crab's doing it. Thank you, keyboard, for letting that crab touch my butt multiple times.